Yo, what's up, gamers? I just got home from snowboarding. You know, it's just something cool for me to do. You know, it's not a big deal. But gamers, I'm thinking about resetting. Guys, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and you become an alpha gamer, which is a very big deal. It's a very big responsibility. It means you're now a winner. It means you're somebody who stands up for gameplay, dominates, takes over gameplay, takes over the world, is out there booling hard, winning, succeeding in the world of gameplay, being an alpha gamer. Make sure you do that right now. Hit the subscribe button. It's going to completely change your life. It's going to completely change your gameplay. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could I reset top alpha gamer on all of YouTube, you know, strongest alpha gamer in the world? How could I reset? It's my gimmick, right? It's my gimmick. I have to not reset as a gimmick to pull in fat views, biggest views you're ever going to see in your life. Real big deal. It's not really a gimmick, guys. I don't reset because why would you reset? It's stupid. So why would I now decide to reset? Well, let me be real. I'm not going to reset at all, guys. I'm going to do defeat Aghanim, no saving quit runs, and if I get good RNG, I'm going to keep playing the game, right? I'm not resetting at all. I'm just changing what category I do. So I ran this poll on Twitter and I said, defeat Aghanim, no saving quit. What do you guys think? Getting the Moon Pearl, you know, come on, guys. I'm trying to practice, you know, Moon Pearl. Get that Moon Pearl. And then, yeah, finish the runs to get 1 blue ball or 0 blue balls. Is this genius or is this a beta gaming move? Which one is it? And it seems like most people agree with me that this is a smart call. So what would this mean? Basically, what it means is if I do Light World and it's bad, or if I get 3 blue balls, my defeat Aghanim, no saving quit run, it's a finished run, problem solved. If it's 0 blue balls, well, why not continue with the run? It's a very good run. Let's keep playing. Like, what's the big deal? The thing is, defeat Aghanim, no saving quit is a real category. It's actually a real category. People actually RTA'd. I've RTA'd it before. I have the world record in defeat Aghanim, no saving quit. All I'm suggesting really is to pound out some defeat Aghanim, no saving quit runs, and you know, if they're good, keep going. It's crazy because that's actually, it circumvents this whole not resetting problem, because let me show you a problem I've been running into. First of all, I'm playing like a monster in Link to the Past lately. I've been playing like a complete god. I'm dominating everything. I got a huge Ice Palace gold. I'm getting a lot of really insane runs, and these are completely casual runs. But notice this middle column. I've done 8 runs in a row, and they all died to Aghanim, and it's like, Jesus Christ, that's 12 hours of RTA that was pointless. It literally served no purpose. That got me nowhere. And the truth is, 5 of these 8 runs all got to Aghanim with pretty good light worlds. All of them would have been good with 0, 1, or even 2 blue balls. But none of them got less than 3. And this is a common story I'm running into where I get BF'd everywhere. This is back in November. The same thing happened where it looks like I did 17 runs. One of them had less than 3 blue balls. Look at my low percent PB, guys. Why did I PB in low percent? It was the only run I did in over 25 runs that had less than 2 blue balls. And 1, 2, 3 of them had less than 3. It was 2 blue balls. This is the only run in 25 runs of low percent. This is why I PB'd in low percent. It was the only run I did that was acceptable. I'm actually way better than this PB. You just never get the RNG for it. Same thing happened to Mirror Shield. I did 22 runs and 1 run had less than 3 blue balls. Like, this is so bad. Guess what? The same exact thing happened in Energy Saving Quit. It looks like I did like 16 runs and none of them had less than 3 blue balls. My first 3 runs in that category did have less than 3 blue balls, but this is kind of meaningless because I had to learn the route back then. So, no, I think Aghanim has been destroying me lately, and I actually expect him to give me another 10 runs in a row of all 3 blue balls. Even in my defeat Aghanim, no saving quit actual runs, I did 9 runs, and 1 of them had less than 3, or less than 2. 3 of them had less than 3, which is statistically accurate, and that's kind of the problem. Is it's about 32% of your runs actually statistically get past Aghanim, and I've looked at my 500 or so Aghanims, and it is slightly below 32% for me. I think it's like 31 or 29%. but it's pretty close to that, and statistically, it should work out. Problem is, if you do 20 runs in a row, super small sample size, and it's not directly rolling dice. And the thing is, I'm getting kind of effed over by Aghanim. I think it's going to keep happening. The other thing is, I'm playing so good in A Link to the Past right now that my runs are not dying to anxiety. They're dying to Aghanim, and it's such a pain in the ass, because the reason I started not resetting initially was it's a solution to anxiety. And a lot of people always ask me, why do you not reset and how do you do it? Because I've been not resetting for over 9 months now, and we're talking like 600, 700, 800 runs. How do I do that? Because anxiety is why you reset, right? You feel insecure, you feel inefficient, feel like you're not accomplishing anything, you're not doing anything, you feel like you're not good enough. That's anxiety. That's why people reset, right? They need results so they can feel better about themselves, and that's what a PB is. These are these results, and if you don't reset, you end up solving that anxiety by effect, and that anxiety, why you're resetting, is actually why I stopped resetting, because I'm trying to find a solution to that anxiety. The thing is, and especially since I did my Master Sword runs, anxiety is not really killing my runs anymore, guys. It's RNG, it's just Aghanim. My light world got really good, and if you look at my Master Sword runs, I PB'd every day I streamed this category except one day. I think 6 out of 7 days I PB'd in this category, and that's really good. And the thing is, getting the record in this category, it wasn't that hard, but the thing is, I was able to cleanly grind out Master Sword 10 to 15 Master Sword runs a day, no real issue, and I can't do that with NMG. That's kind of the problem I'm running into here. I 100% believe I would get the record by the end of the month if I started resetting, like almost certainly, because anxiety is not really messing me up anymore. And in Master Sword, it's a 16-minute run. Landmo is at 16 minutes. If it's a bad Landmo, your run's over. If it's not a good Landmo, your run's most likely over. It's the exact same with Aghanim. The thing is, in Master Sword, you have 5 minutes after that to finish the run. In No Major Glitches, you have 57 minutes after that to finish the run. And those 57 minutes are a lot harder and a lot more stressful than the 5 minutes in Master Sword, where realistically it's about 3 minutes of actual playtime. So in Master Sword, I was easy able to just grind out runs, just pump out runs, and not just that, but I pumped out so many runs, I got really good at Light World, and then I also kept PBing, and my PB in Master Sword, it's not even that good. Like, this could go down to a 34 or a 32. But in NMG, I'm looking at the numbers. I can't do 6 hours of runs a day. That's 4 runs. That's barely any runs. That's including practice. That's including breaks. That's a brutal session. That's daily. And problem with that is you're likely to get 0 to 1 runs out of Aghanim. And then there's also this factor that it causes strain on your system, and so you have to be playing good in Light World to get a good Light World to roll the Aghanim dice. I'm getting kind of bodied in that sense. So I was thinking to myself, well, I don't like resetting. I hate resetting. Thanks for the follow, dude. I hate resetting, so what I'm going to do is actually do defeat Aghanim runs. And if they're good runs, I'll just finish them, right? That makes a lot of sense. And I think I'm actually going to get a lot of mileage out of this. So the fact is, I'm not resetting. I still don't like resetting. I think resetting is just dumb. It's pointless. I'm not going to reset. If I die in Eastern, if I die in Escape, I'll just finish the defeat Aghanim run. It's not a big deal. That forces me to still think about anxiety, think about why I messed up, what's going on here. If it's a good run past Aghanim, I'm going to go all the way. Of course, why not, right? Now, this gets a little bit trickier. I'm pretty much going to get the Moon Pearl every run, and the whole point of defeat Aghanim saving quit is it's faster than NMG if you skip the Moon Pearl, which means you can't finish the run. That's the whole point of this category, but I'm going to get the Moon Pearl every run, so it is kind of a cop-out, and I can see how some people will be like, that's kind of lame, WQ, it's kind of, you know, it's not really no reset run. Plus, it would actually kind of destroy my stats, because I would only put finished NMG runs. But this is another point where it's like, I think stats, they're fun to look at. They're kind of meaningless, and they're kind of a trap a lot of times where people value the stats because they want good stats to feel good about themselves. But the stats don't fuel gameplay, and the stats should be an effective gameplay. And ultimately, guys, stats are kind of meaningless. Another thing is that I think is worth noting is my Master Sword no save and quit world record was actually done in a Defeat Aghanim no save and quit run. So my world record, my 23:03, there's no run of it because it was a run of my Defeat Aghanim no save and quit run. So I think that's another thing if you consider it. It's like, you know, it doesn't really make sense to not do Defeat Aghanim no save and quit runs and then finish them if they're good. It really makes no sense to not do that. The thing about my no reset runs, guys, it's kind of arbitrary. I kind of started doing it for a bunch of different reasons. One, I'm a smart enough person. I can do it on command. I'm diligent and I'm maintained, focused enough. I can do it. It's not hard for me, right? I'm a disciplined guy. Number two, it was easier on my mental and it was easier on my hands. And then number three is I could not PB in June, July, August, September. I had a 0% chance of PBing because no matter how good a light roll I got, no matter how good a run I got, I would throw it away primarily due to anxiety. And so for me, it was like, what's the point in resetting? There's no point in resetting. I can't PB anyway. I'd rather play the whole game and try to solve this anxiety problem. Well, guess what happened? Master Sword happened, and this anxiety problem, I'm kind of overcoming it. I'm kind of conquering it. Because when I was doing Master Sword runs, and I was talking to Glad Jonas, and I was thinking about gameplay and thinking about macro natural gameplay, my ability to focus and my ability to try definitely leveled up. And in these past 10 runs, I have noticed a significant improvement in my ability to focus, and I'm like, damn, if I got out of light roll on any of these runs, I probably would have gotten either a very good run or just flat out PB'd. Well, what does that mean? That means the anxiety that was disrupting me, because that's what happened in Master Sword. I did enough runs. What was killing my runs in Master Sword? It was Landmo. It was not the anxiety, right? It's the same in NMG. What's killing my runs? It's not the anxiety anymore. It's the Aghanim. So it's like, well, this is stupid now. Why am I finishing these runs? It's great fun, and I think theoretically long term it could be better, but I'm not really getting a whole lot out of it. So I think I am going to do these Defeat Aghanim runs. A lot of people think this is a cop-out, some kind of cop-out. I don't personally see this as a cop-out at all, because Defeat Aghanim, it's a real category. It's a good category. I have the world record in it. It's a great category. And not resetting inherently, it's an arbitrary goal, because what happens if you accidentally press A on the file select and you start playing the game? Are you supposed to finish that? No, you would reset, right? So yeah, I might try that. You might see some more Defeat Aghanim save and quit runs recorded on my spreadsheet. The thing is, if I start doing this, I'm going to completely dominate and completely slaughter no major glitches, because I'm gonna go from 2, 3 potential runs out of light world to 5, 6, 7, 8 potential runs out of light world, and that is going to be insane, because I'm getting 50 to 75% of my light worlds are Aghanimable. They're Aghanimable light worlds, which means that if I got a good Aghanim, they would be PBable, and I say I have a 1 in 3 chance of PBing. If I can get a run past Aghanim, I have a 1 in 3 chance of PBing. And that's the thing, where if I don't do this, I'm going to PB June, July, October, maybe never, because what if a few months from now I'm not as practiced? What if my light world starts to fall off? You know, there's these random problems. I'm hot right now. I'm playing insanely good. Nothing can stop me right now. And I think Defeat Aghanim save and quit, I don't really see this as a cop-out. It is going to ruin my stats, but guys, here's the truth of it. I'm trying to take speedrunning more seriously. I'm trying to take gaming more seriously. And I'm here to conquer, and I'm here to win. And what we're going to do is completely dominate, completely take over A Link to the Past. We're going to completely eradicate the leaderboards and people's perceptions of what is possible in this game. If you look at my positive minus, my past 5 light rolls have all been negative at some point in the run, which is like really good. If you look at my history, it's not often that case. In fact, when was the last time I had 5 runs in a row that were ahead of light rolled? I can't even see it. I don't think ever. There's literally no point in my entire run history where I've had 5 runs in a row that were ahead. Except, you know, today. And guess what, guys? This is all light rolled. I never got a single run past Agadim. So this is what I'm saying. I'm in peak shape right now to absolutely eviscerate, absolutely dominate. The thing about rust for me, I don't really get rusty, and if I do get a little bit rusty, because I've been doing master sorted YBA for the past month, so a lot of the strategies I either forgot or I replaced a lot of the menus. The thing about rust, it goes away in a few days, and I turn into as savage as I was before, right when I stopped playing. I literally made this spreadsheet with the intention, one, entirely as an experiment to see if somebody could actually, over a long period of time, not reset as an effect of natural gameplay. So my not resetting is actually an effect of natural gameplay, me naturalizing how my brain works, restructure my brain to not reset. So not resetting, this was a experiment to see if I could change my behaviors. It was a roaring success, but also I wanted to see if not resetting would change gameplay and would positively benefit gameplay over a long period of time. And that's something I actually am going to say yes, it has, because I'm a hell of a lot better at light roll. And guys, me getting better at light roll, it actually is not really the master sword thing. It actually goes back into June. If you look at a lot of my January runs, 24-28, 24-45, 28 with 4 blue balls, 24-15 with 3 blue balls, 24-14 with 5 blue balls. Like, this is a really good run. 29 with 4 blue balls, 24-05 with 3, 23-47. Why do you think this 23-47 was so good? It's because I had a good light roll. Again, 24-05 with 3 blue balls. This was a good light roll. So this is actually, a lot of my light roll was better before the Master Sword runs. It actually got better before in January. And a lot of that is because I started watching my videos. I would do like, I spend like 12 hours streaming, do 4 or 5 runs, and then watch every run after I did the run and take notes and practice specifically the stuff. And I got miles better. That helped me out more than almost anything else I did in 2017 after the natural gameplay stuff. And actually, I would argue that's an effect of natural gameplay. And guys, if you want to get really crazy, this is macro natural gameplay. This is what macro naturalization is. This is what macro natural gameplay is. I literally applied natural gameplay to itself, right? I applied natural gameplay to my brain, which changed my gameplay, and that change in the gameplay actually started naturalizing my gameplay. It's actually a second layer naturalization of gameplay, which is macro natural gameplay, which actually it did help me reset less. It helped me get more consistent. It helped me get calmer about my runs. It helped me focus more. It helped me figure out how to focus, what is focusing. It's to help me do a lot of really interesting things. And the truth is, I was not successful in NMG with this. I was just flat out not. If you look at my consistency, I was for sure. If you look at my mentality, 100% I was successful. If you looked at my gold splits, I don't know. I would say, yeah, I was successful. If you looked at pretty much every metric, the amount of 123s I got, amount of 124s I got, average, mean, median, every single one of those, super successful. But I never PB'd. The thing is, I got a really good time in low percent. I get a pretty good time in Mirror Shield. I got the world record in Master Sword. I got the world record in Energy Saving Quit. I got the world record in Kana Burna. I got the world record in YBA. I got the world record in Master Sword Saving Quit. Yeah, you get the idea. In other categories, it dramatically helped me out. Dramatically, where I was not really the type of player that could even conceivably play other categories. Where now I'm more dominant in other categories than I am in NMG, mostly because everything is so much more straightforward and streamlined, and I don't need to do Master Sword runs and hope I get a perfect run and get really anxious. No, I just do 10 runs in a row. I watch all the runs. I start realizing, oh, I can save more time here than I thought. Oh, I can do this wrong on land mode. I can do this right. My land mode's way better, and that's why I'm kind of thinking like, I don't need to not reset anymore. I think it's time to still not reset because like, I hate resetting. But what I'm going to do is do these defeat Agam no saving quit runs. But anyway, I want to know what you guys think, because I know a lot of people really look up to my no reset runs, my no reset run spreadsheet, because it's kind of historical. It's kind of a unique thing in speedrunning. Nobody has ever done this many no reset runs over this long of a period of time, and at least has recorded all of it. I actually have clean data for Aghanim. I actually have clean, consistent, no reset data for Aghanim, which is completely unique. There's no real actual data for that anywhere. Nobody will do or has ever done Aghanim trials. Yet I have about 400 or 500 Aghanims. You can look at, they're all dated. That's pretty incredible. If I do this, my stats are going to improve times 100, which I think is kind of lame. But at the same time, I think caring about stats is a big problem. And that's kind of a thing that doing these no reset runs really helped me with, where I was super involved in the stats at first. And I would say at first, super anxious. This, my average is really bad. Super anxious. But eventually, especially around October, I started really caring about the stats. And I changed a lot of my gameplay habits to be slower, calmer, more consistent, more streamlined. And that was great and all. And my average did go down. My stats did improve. Problem is, in a speedrun, nobody cares. Nobody cares about averages. Nobody cares about consistency. It's not a relevant factor. Speedrunning is 100%. Can you get a better time than the other guy? No other factors matter. Nothing else matters. And playing for consistency doesn't work. Master Sword, it's easy because it's a 20-minute category and there's only one real thing. It's 16 minutes in. It's not that big of a deal, right? You can just kind of YOLO everything, every run. NMG, a little bit different, but the thing is, I'm kind of YOLOing anyway. Like, every single one of these runs, I kind of just went all in on light rolls. It always worked. Really good light rolls. 3 blue balls. Okay, I'm done. I'm clocked out. I'm out. If I do this, if I start doing defeat Aghanim in the save and quit runs, I'm going to get the record almost instantly, 100%. And that's kind of the why I would do it at all, because if there was no record, if you could not PB, like PBing was not a thing, I think you would just play and play and play, and why ever? Well, I would never reset then, or I'd never do an alternate. Because what's the point in practicing defeat Aghanim save and quit? Like, really think about it. What is the point in practicing defeat Aghanim save and quit? Well, let's just call it light world. What's the point in practicing light world? It's okay. I think practicing dark world is better than light world, and honestly, I think if I did another 50 or 500 NMG runs, I would get a lot out of it. So anyway, let me know in the comments. I also made a straw poll so you can vote. Should I do defeat Aghanim, no save and quit on dead runs? Personally, the only reason you wouldn't is for goofy, gimmicky, technicality stuff. The actual fundamental reasoning behind why I don't reset, it does not matter. There's no difference. So I'm going to vote yes. And guys, I want to address one last thing. The whole not resetting is not my identity. My identity is winning. It's alpha gaming. It's the alpha gamer movement. No resetting is an effect of the alpha gamer movement. And also, my identity is natural gameplay, and natural gameplay applied to itself caused me to not reset. And it's called macro natural gameplay, and there's a lot of things, crazy things you can do in this world with the theory of natural gameplay, and I'm going to prove it. I'm 100% going to prove it. Not with words. I've already proved it with words. You know, hundreds of times I proved it with words. That's easy. I'm going to prove it with my actions. And I think I already am, to be honest with you guys. And it's a really, really powerful, riveting theory. And I think that a lot of good things can happen in the world. And I'm not even kidding on this one. I'm not making this stuff up. Look at this tweet. It's on my Twitter. I don't know who this is. Eric Booling. It's probably not as Booling as hard as me. But he says 6 months ago, today I lost my college sophomore, my only child, my son, my best friend. My parents, not my child syndrome. Okay, two kids, one pill can kill. What's going on here? Opioid crisis. Oh, so he had somebody, his child, in college who was overdosing on drugs. I mean, come on, everybody has heard this story. We've all heard this story. Me too. The thing is, I exist within the natural continuum. I can actually assess people's real desires, emotions, and beliefs on a super deep level, and I can actually create the correct responses that will generate a more natural and a better output through input. It's all through input, and that's really powerful. It's really important, and it's like I see stuff like this all the time. Guys, I dropped out of high school and I dropped out of college because it was a train wreck. It was a disaster, and believe me, colleges go to an extreme degree, and not just the colleges, it's the cultural, the community ecosystem of ego. They go to this ridiculous effort to make it seem like it's the best thing in the world. You need to do it. It's 100%. It's true. It's real. But is it real? Because why is somebody killing himself in college? It's a lot of people. It's not just this guy. It's a lot of people. And I can change that. And the solution to that is subscribing to my YouTube channel right now, clicking the subscribe button, and becoming an alpha gamer. And we're going to change a lot of the problems in society right now. And part of me thinks part of the reason I started the alpha gamer movement is because I think that gamers are unfairly criticized, unfairly looked down on, and I'm in here gaming every day. I've been gaming my whole life, and every single year I game, I'm just like, I'm pushing the limits of thought. I'm pushing the limits of what my brain can do, what my body can do, my desires, my beliefs. It's becoming stronger and better, and every single person around me who's not gaming slowly slipping away. And it's like, gaming's not the problem here. Gaming's the solution. It's not the problem at all. And it's like, there's real problems, and we can fix these real problems, because I spent the past 9 months not resetting, and we're talking every speedrun, every category. I don't care. And honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to reset in a speedrun again. Worst case, I'm going to do alternate categories. I think that's fine. I think alternate categories, you're doing them anyway. Like, this is a natural solution to getting boosted world records. But yeah, I think there's more to living. And the thing, I'm not seeing anybody around me standing up for gamers. I'm not seeing anybody standing up for really people in my generation. And I mean, I'm going out to all people, because I see people a lot older than me with the exact same problems that, I don't have any problems, but my generation has these problems. And I'm looking at the younger generations, and I'm like, you guys in 20 years are going to have the same problems that my peers have, and that my peers 20 years from now are going to have the same problems that people 20 years older than me have. And it's like, well, okay, well, someone was going to stand up and solve these problems, right? Someone's going to stand up, be an alpha gamer, and really fix these problems. And I'm like, all right. And then I'm like sitting here, nobody's doing it. And I'm like, well, I have all the answers. I know how to do everything. I'm better than everyone else at anything. I'm a genius, super dominant, tall, strong. I'm ridiculously caring, ridiculously motivated, ridiculous self-belief, ridiculous self-desires. I'm like, well, I have all the answers. I'm like looking around, like, okay, well, someone else will do it, right? A year goes by, 2 years goes by, 3 years goes by, and it's like more people fade away, more people give up on themselves, and it's like, all right, well, you know what, guys? I'm gonna solve the world's problems. I don't care anymore. I'm not waiting for anybody. If somebody wants to compete with me, good. We can both try to solve the problems. This is a good thing. In fact, what I'm going to do is tell you how to solve the problems. I'm going to tell you how natural gameplay works. I'm going to tell you how to solve the problems. And I'm going to force you to compete with me. I'm going to force you to win so that you have to compete with me. This is going to make everybody a winner. I love it. Anyway, guys, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and we're going to take over the world. And with gameplay, we're going to do real gameplay, speedrunning. It's the best form of anything you can do in your life.